Ozabel, who did not fit Ozabel, who did not fit in the description of a secret agent, was actually very wise man that you will find out at the end of the story. But when the Fowler, the man who actually wanted to write a detective novel, has come to meet him, he is not very happy to see him because Ozabel was very quiet, and the place he has been residing, that hotel room, which was on the sixth floor, that place was also not like any adventurous place. So, but still, he has come for an interview. He wanted to talk to him because he had heard a lot about him. He was very much interested to see that what this man is going to do or what is his planning. So, Ozabel asked him to follow him and decided to take him to his room. Now, what happened next? That we are going to see in the next part of this. So Fowler felt that Ozabel did not look like a secret agent at all. But still, he has come for an interview, so he decided to come to his room. His room was on the top floor, which was the sixth floor of the hotel. Yeah, keep it in your mind, sixth floor. Quite a good height. And he started following him through a smelly, musty, scary corridor, you can see. Ozabel, an obese man and having an American accent. Although he had been living in Paris for last 20 years, and obviously he could speak little bit French and German, passively, little bit. Okay, काम चलाओ. Now Ozabel is, he really looked at his face and वो कहते नहीं secret agent, they are very wise. So he read his face and he told him that, oh, you have been dreaming to meet a secret agent, a spy agent, obviously, who had been quite facing the dramatic life, dealing with danger, crime scenes, drugs. But oh, you are so disappointed. Rather, you have to spend the evening in a music hall with an old, badly dressed, extremely fat man who did not use any, adventurous methods of getting information from beautiful girls, beautiful ladies, rather who simply get a phone call, a boring phone call. Okay. But anyway, the man was happy, he was chuckling, and he asked him to come to his room where they will sit and talk. The fat man chuckled to himself as he announced, now see, the story is going to take a twist. The fat man chuckled to himself as he unlocked the door of his room and stood aside to let his frustrated guest enter. Now they came to that room, sixth floor hotel room. As he was having this conversation, he opened the door. And Ozabel, like any other host would have done to show a little respect to his guest, he gave way to Fowler. He asked him to enter first. Why this word has been used for Fowler? Frustrated guest. If this question will come, you will write down that Fowler was frustrated because whatever he had thought, whatever he had imagined, there was nothing like that. Neither Ozabel looked like a secret agent, nor the place he has been residing. Nothing happened. Something extraordinary he was expecting, as he would have read in the detective novels, and he would have watched while watching detective movies. He would have felt so. He was little disappointed, frustrated, disappointed. But still, our Ozabel, unlike a nice host, offered him to enter into his room first. ऐसे नहीं कहते रास्ते ऐसे वे दिया कि चलो you enter. You are disillusioned, Ozabel told him. Disillusioned means, here it means disappointed because of something or someone, because definitely he was disappointed, he was frustrated. Ozabel told him. But take cheer, my young friend. Presently, you will see a paper, a quite important paper for, you can see a picture also, for which several men and women have risked their lives. Come to me. Someday soon, that paper may well affect the course of history. In that thought is drama, is there not? So, Ozabel was knowing that Fowler is not happy because he has come for an interview and Fowler was expecting something adventurous, but he didn't get it. So he said, okay, then don't be disappointed because the best part is yet to come. As you will see that some important paper is going to come. See, this paper is very important. So he says that don't worry, I'm expecting something very great. Presently, you will see a paper, a quite important paper, an important document is going to come for which the men and women have risked their lives. That means other people are also after that paper. So you will see lot of people, lot of men and women, they have risked their life for that paper, and that paper is going to come to me. And that paper, someday soon, that paper may well affect the course of history. It means that that document is so important. Okay, वो इतना important document है, इतना important paper है कि that will actually, affect the course of history. So in that thought is drama, is there not? So if you think if something dramatic is going to happen, don't you think so? As he spoke, Ozabel closed the door behind him. Then he switched on the light. And as the light came on, Fowler had his first authentic thrill of the day. For halfway across the room, a small automatic pistol in his hand, to the man. So you will see authentic, original, undisputed, genuine. Now, as he was speaking about that paper, trying to explain him that how something extraordinary is going to happen in his life, and Fowler, who has come here to experience some adventure, some thrill, oh, something is going to happen, so don't worry. Perhaps Ozabel had this premonition, had this idea that many people will come after this paper. उसे मालूम था कि ये बहुत important document है और बहुत लोग इसके पीछे हैं. So he was expecting that some thrill will definitely come in his, and the same had happened. So as he closed the door behind him and turned on the light. As soon as the light was turned on, Fowler, the person who has come to interview him, experienced his first thrill. What is the thrill? That of visiting, a secret agent. Because what did he see? He saw a man with an automatic pistol. अब देखो क्या है? As the light came on, Fowler had his first authentic, genuine thrill. क्योंकि देखो कोई भी चीज आप बुक में पढ़ते हो वो एक अलग चीज होती है, but when you experience it on your own, physically when you experience, then really it's scary. डर तो लगता है definitely, but it is actually genuinely thrilling. So the very first thing he saw, that was a small automatic pistol in his hand, standing a man. So what did he see? That a man with an automatic pistol is standing across the room. Ozabel blinked a few times. Blinked, yeah. Why? Because he recognized this man. So पहचान गया. Who was he? Now let us see the third, and also you can see one of the important character of the story, because we have only three major characters. एक छोटा सा role होगा waiter का, but very small. So this is the third important character. He recognized the man as Max. What did he say? Max. He wheezed. Oh, wheezy sound. Spoke breathily, noisily, heavily. Oh, Max, you gave me quite a start. Okay, means I was a little scared. I thought you were in Berlin. What are you doing here in my room? And then very nicely he said, oh, you are Max? What you have been doing here in this room? I thought that you are in Berlin. So Now, Max was slender, a little less than tall with features. Now, see, we are going to see the physical appearance of Max. We know about our first secret agent, the main protagonist, Ozabel. And now let us see. Max was slender, tubla patla, gracefully thin, with features that suggested slightly the crafty, pointed countenance of a fox. Countenance means facial expression, person's face, you can say. Basically, the writer wants to convey that his features, he was basically a very lean and thin man, okay, bit short, and his facial expression looked like a clever fox. मतलब एक चालाक लोमड़ी की तरह वो crafty थोड़ा सा था. There was about him, aside from the gun, nothing especially menacing. Okay, nothing. So, menacing means nothing threatening, no dangerous. So, except that gun which he was carrying, that automatic pistol which he was carrying in his hand, there was nothing in his entire personality from where which anyone can be scared. Okay, so he seemed harmless, he seemed a simple man, obviously, except the gun he was holding. Okay, so you cannot say, because generally, whenever we think about a secret agent, we always had a feeling that he might be very strong, well built, quick, clever, but there was nothing, and you can say very strong as well. But Ozabel was also not like that, but at least you will, at the end of the story, you will know that Ozarvel has a strong mind. He was having wisdom, which is also important. Every time secret agent, they are not supposed to be very strong physically, but they should be strong mentally also. क्योंकि अगर तुम डिटेक्टिव नॉवेल्स वगैरह पढ़ोगे, सीरीज देखोगे, तो देखोगे कि उनका माइंड ज्यादा स्ट्रांग होना चाहिए फिजिक्स से ज्यादा. बट इफ physically also they are fit, then that's very good. वो तो और अच्छी बात हो गई. But here, this another secret agent, Max, he is also not very scary, except the gun he was holding, sorry, that was really थोड़ा सा वो डर उस gun से लग सकता था. Now, he directly came to the point. He did not mince his words, nothing. सीधे वो क्या कहता है, the report, he murmured. The report that is being brought to you tonight concerning some new missiles. I thought I would take it from you. It will be safer in my hands than in yours. So Max directly come to the point. Didn't say anything, simply said, oh, he has come for that report, which was about the missile. Okay, अब ये missile से है, that's why very important for the security of any country, for the security of humanity, and definitely उसने कहा भी था ना कि this paper may well affect the course of history. So something related to, which is, you can say something very, you can say important for the sake of the security for the society or country, that paper was carrying some information about missiles, for which Ozabel had been waiting, as he thought that he would be able to keep it more safely. But here what he says, I thought I would take it from you, that this paper will be more safer in my hands than yours. Smartness दिखा रहा है कि okay, I don't think the paper will be more safer in your hand than me. So come on, hand me over that paper. I'm here only for the paper. Ozabel moved to an armchair and sat down heavily. Heavily, why? Because he is a heavy man. Oh, I'm going to raise the devil with the management this time, and you can bet on it, he said grimly. Now, see that any other person would have been restless. Okay, but no, Ozabel is very wise. अब यहीं से उसका ड्रामा शुरू होता है. वो क्या किया ना, तो वो डरा कि बाप रे ये तो he's holding a gun in his hand. Neither he planned to run anyway, nor he raised his voice. He didn't even yell on him. Rather he sat down on an armchair, and what did he say? Pehla line, I'm going to raise the devil. Raise the devil means I'm going to create a disturbance. For whom? With the management. मतलब हंगामा करूंगा मैं किससे? Hotel management वाले लोगों से. Why? Because you can and you can bet on it. Yeah, I'm going to take their peace of mind. Management, I will go and take their peace of mind, and you can bet on it. And yes, he said grimly, but a serious, gloomy, depressing manner they were kept at, as if he is going to tell something very serious. No, I'm not going to leave them. This is the second time in a month that somebody has got into my room through the nuisance of a balcony. और वो क्या बोल रहा है? Again, these people, they did not pay any attention, and someone has entered into my room in hotel room, which was on 6th floor. Okay, so someone has entered into my room from a balcony. Fowler's eyes went to the single window of the room. It was an ordinary room, ordinary window, against which now the night was pressing blackly. Pressing blackly. What this means, pressing means night was looking black. So what did he say? He started. The Fowler, when he was actually talking about this, that Fowler looked towards the window. And oh, it was an ordinary window, and it was pretty much dark outside. So he was very much surprised that why he has not come from a balcony. Okay, he simply says. So he started looking at that window from where any balcony would have been. So balcony, Max say, with a rising inflection. Okay, inflection समझते हो ना? Change in the form of word. जैसे मतलब कि raising inflection. Okay, no, a past case. I did not know about the balcony. It might have saved me some trouble had I known. अब ये बात तो पता चल गया है that Max has not entered into the room through balcony. Now it is clear that Max is saying, Max clear करता है, देखो, this is the foolishness of that man. He is simply clarifying, no, I did not enter your room through balcony. Okay, I used a pass key. Pass key is a master key. People are having the master key by which you can unlock any of the locks. So he said, no, I did not enter through balcony. और ये भी कह रहा है, it might have saved me some trouble had I known. अगर मुझे पहले से पता होता, had he known about it, that then it would have become easier for him to enter Ozabel's room. काश उसे balcony के बारे में पता होता तो बहुत easily through balcony he would have entered Ozabel's room. But he didn't know about it, and that is why he also told him. उसने ये भी पुलिस अपने बेवकूफी में बता दिया कि he used the master key. It's not my balcony, Ozabel said with extreme irritation. Ozabel, देखो, सारा drama is going on. This is the intelligence of a wise man, and so he said, "Oh, it's not my balcony." He said in an extreme irritation. Although this man looks very calm, there was no use of being irritated so much. But why? It is all the drama. It belongs to the next apartment. He glanced explanatorily at Fowler. He glanced, to look. And explanatorily means as if he wanted to explain him. You see, he said, अब देखो वो थोड़ा सा उसको balcony का बता रहा है, where is the balcony? This room used to be part of a large unit, and the next room through that door, there used to be the living room. It had the balcony which extends under my window now. You can get onto it from the empty room 2 doors down, and somebody did last month. The management promised to block it off, but they haven't. Now he is explaining, even though it did not require an explanation. कोई जरूरी नहीं है. But Ozabel continued that it was not his balcony. Okay, It was not his balcony through which people had tried to come inside his room. Actually, it is this balcony is of the next apartment. Then again, he explained that his room used to be a part of a large unit, and the room next to his room used to be a living room. He also said that it had the balcony that came till the window of his room. So anyone can come and climb up to his room. One needed to go to the empty room, which was 2 rooms away from his room, and climb up to the balcony. Then also, one more thing he added, that somebody did climb up his balcony last month. He also told that, now he's saying this line to Fowler, that he had tried to say these things to the management, to the hotel managers, and they actually convinced him, consoled him that, they would, surely get it blocked, but they still hadn't done so. Now, do you think that Ozabel or Fowler or even this Max, they are interested in this story? Hmm? Not even a single fellow. Ozabel को ना बताने में बहुत interest है, but still he is explaining because there is some reason. Fowler, who is actually not interested in this balcony story, इसकी balcony को ऐसे balcony from where he has come, not interested at all. Obviously, the second visitor, he is also not interested. उसे क्या फर्क पड़ता है कि भाई balcony है कि नहीं, कैसा balcony है, किससे कौन आ गया, and even though he has asked the management to block it, whether they did it or not, he is not interested in these stories. But still, Ozabel, without any reason, he is actually narrating the entire thing. जो जरूरी नहीं है. Now Max glanced at Fowler, who was standing stiffly not far from Ozabel, and waved the gun with a commanding gesture. Please sit down, he said. We have a wait of half an hour, I think. Now, since he is very much, he did not, I told you that he's not interested that from where is the balcony, what is the reason of balcony, who came from the balcony, why management did not block the balcony. So what he did, get it, Max looked at Fowler, who was still standing near Ozabel, and so Max asked Fowler to sit down because there was still half an hour for the report to reach Ozabel. So what is it? I think we have a wait of half an hour, I think so. We cannot keep in standing. उसने बड़े अच्छे से कहा, बहुत ही ये कि come on stiffly, मतलब okay, in a manner that is not relaxed, not friendly, okay, stiffly and with a commanding gesture, दिखाते हुए कि come on, gesture, movement part of body, that go and sit down because we have to wait for half an hour more, I think. 31 minutes, Ozabel said moodily, but yeah, very happy. मतलब बहुत ही मूड में कहता है, no, not half an hour, not half an hour कितना होता है, 30 minutes. He explicitly, इसने एकदम specify किया, not 30 minutes, 31 minutes. The appointment was for 12:30. I wish I knew how you learned about the report, Max. And then in order to start a conversation, time भी pass करना है भाई, everyone has to pass the time, half an hour is there. So he said, okay, I wish I knew how you learned about the report, Max. Now, Ozabel joked. यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा, when Max said, listen, we have half an hour to wait, he simply says, no, not 30 minutes, but 31 minutes. And that is left for the report to reach him. Now, the report was, basically, it was supposed to come at 12:30. And now, in order to simply continue the conversation, Ozabel said that he wished he had known how Max had come to know about the report. That is the million-dollar question. Okay, that how have you known about it? The little spy smiled evilly. बड़ी चालाकी से evil ले लो. And we wish we knew how your people got the report. But no harm has been done. I will get it back tonight. What is that? Who is at the door? Now the conversation started. So, Max smiled wickedly and said, okay, you want to know that how I have come to know about the report? Rather, I also wished to know that how you and your team got the opportunity to keep the report safely. Basically, rivalry is a very common thing in any of the profession. हर प्रोफेशन में कंपटीशन होता है. अब वो हेल्दी भी हो सकता है, अनहेल्दी भी हो सकता है, डिपेंड्स ऑन द प्रोफेशन. ओके, अब दो टीचर में अगर कंपटीशन होगा तो दोनों टीचर अपनी स्टडीज को, अपने वे ऑफ टीचिंग को और अच्छा करना चाहे. ओके, दे विल नॉट डू एनी इविल थिंग, दे विल डू नाइस थिंग्स. But if you are related to a profession like detective or secret agent, then definitely you have to be a little evil. So rivalry is a very common thing, and that's why Max, who is very much in competition with Ozabel, rather you can say he's jealous of Ozabel's popularity, because Ozabel always get an opportunity, the better opportunity than him. This report, who is actually a very important document, and not only other Max, but other detectives, other people are also very fond of this. But being lucky, or you can say, since Ozabel has a great name, people used to, believe him, trust him. He had actually proved himself so many times. He had a name, fame. That's why he got an opportunity to preserve that paper. And Max is jealous of him. So he is saying that, okay, so I also want to know that from where, how you people got the report. But anyway, no harm has been done. Koi baat nahi, chalo, all's well that ends well. I will get it back tonight. But when he was talking, in the meantime, somebody knocked at the door. जैसे ये conversation चल ही रहा था, किसी के knock हुई. And all of a sudden, what is that? Who is at the door? Fowler jumped at the sudden knocking at the door. Now Fowler, because Max was very much obviously attentive to रहना ही है. Ozabel, the entire planning, the entire thing was according to him. So he didn't jump. Max was attentive, so he was actually trying to listen that who came there. But Fowler, who is only a writer, who has come here for to write some interesting story. For that reason, he was there. So he jumped at the sudden knocking at the door. Now let us find out who has come there. Okay, why he jumped? Who was there at the door? Whether it was police or the other detectives or the thieves or who? No one knows. But there was someone. But yeah, he is being very nice, because whoever is at the door, they are actually disciplined person, you can say, because they are knocking at the door. They did not come inside the room through balcony. They did not use the pass key. Nothing. Then let us find out who is at the door. Okay, children, time is getting up. So in the next class, we will try to find that who is at the door. So I want all of you to remain in a great suspense. कौन था दरवाजे पे? So I'm ending this story here. Tomorrow we will finish this story, and you will also know all the answers, that basically who has come there and why he was knocking, why he didn't enter inside the room that as Max has entered, or why he didn't come to the room through balcony. So keep on thinking. We will meet tomorrow, and then we will continue the story.